I was a wedding planner, and I personally designed my husband's wedding to his mistress. I had been with Victor for 5 years. 3 of those years were swallowed by the pandemic. The remaining 2 were spent married, pregnant, and raising a child. The wedding I had always dreamed of existed only as next time whenever it came out of his mouth, until the day I received a new wedding planning request. The client was a young woman, her eyes curved with laughter, her smile bright and full of hope. "This is the venue my boyfriend chose himself," she said softly. "He insisted the wedding had to be held here." I took the file from her, and my gaze stopped on the venue name. The church in Claremont, the very church I had mentioned to my husband countless times. The place I had dreamed of more than anything else. I was just about to smile and marvel at how someone in this world shared my taste so perfectly when the groom's name leapt into view. My fingers froze on the page. Across from me, the girl was still wrapped in her happiness. She added gently, "We've only been together for 2 months, but he said he wants to give me the best wedding possible." I curved my lips into a smile and fixed my eyes on that familiar face, the man I had lived with for 5 years. After all this time, the day I planned Victor's wedding had finally arrived. Too bad the bride wasn't me. I set the papers down and looked up, studying the girl sitting across from me. She was very young, pale, and a little too thin. My prolonged silence had clearly made her nervous. Anna Greenfield spoke carefully, her voice tentative. "Miss Shaw, is there something wrong with the information I gave you?" I leaned back in my chair, my eyes drifting once more to the groom's name printed on the page. "There is nothing wrong," I said. "I just thought the groom's name looked familiar." Anna lowered her head guiltily and denied it on instinct. I don't think so. You must be mistaken. My boyfriend has never been married." The moment the words left her mouth, she realized what she had said. Her entire body stiffened. I lowered my gaze and let out a soft laugh. One casual sentence was all it took to scare her into exposing herself as a mistress. Victor's taste in women really was terrible. I pretended not to hear her slip. Tapping the venue photos with my finger, I smoothly steered the conversation back on track. "Miss Greenfield, why did you choose this place? As far as I know, this church isn't very popular in the wedding industry." Seeing that I wasn't pressing the issue, she visibly relaxed. A hint of pride crept into her voice. "My boyfriend chose it. He said he spent years looking for the perfect place to get married. He has always dreamed of holding his wedding there, with the woman he loves." She looked up at me, the smug satisfaction in her eyes impossible to miss. "He told me he'd dated several women before, but he never once thought about bringing them there to get married. Then he met me, and he knew right away. I am the one he wants to marry there." I watched her bask in her own fantasy and lowered my eyes, hiding the mockery beneath them. If I hadn't been certain she didn't recognize me, I might have thought she was deliberately provoking me. I had agreed to be with Victor because while I was busy designing perfect weddings for other people, he was the first man who had ever designed one for me. He had held my hand and patiently described the ceremony that would belong to us. Sunlight pouring through stained glass windows, US standing in a church, dressed in a wedding gown and tuxedo, exchanging vows to grow old together. He said he wanted to give me the most precious memory of my most beautiful years. And just like that, because of a single promise, I waited 5 years. No, he really was getting married. At a place he had described to me countless times. It was just that the bride was a woman he had known for only 2 months. I let out a quiet laugh. What a touching love story. If the groom hadn't been my husband, it really would have been a beautiful story. Maybe my praise gave Anna back her confidence. She began showing off her relationship with Victor. That night, I was working the night shift at the hospital. I saw him outside the operating room where his wife, she caught herself, then corrected. His family member's surgery was taking place. He was gripping the doctor's hand, begging them to make sure everything went well. Seeing how distressed he was, I went over and offered a few words of comfort. She pressed